Boom, 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 boom.
The area of a rectangle equals length times width. The area of a rectangle equals length times width. And without him was made nothing that was made. Et sine ipso factum est, nihil quod factum est. And without him was made nothing that was made. Et sine ipso factum est, nihil quod factum est. To go, go, goes when going on. To go, go, goes when going on. Tell me about the United States in World War I. In 1917, President Wilson asked Congress to enter World War I against the Central Powers 2 years after German U-boats sank the Lusitania, killing American citizens. In 1917, President Wilson asked Congress to enter World War I against the Central Powers 2 years after German U-boats sank the Lusitania, killing American citizens.
Cycle 3, week 16, history. Tell me about the United States and World War II. So it starts out in 1917, so we're going to make the sign for 17, so you're going to grab your ring finger and flick it. In 1917, President Wilson asked Congress, so you're going to make a C and cross it across your chest, to enter World War I against the Central Powers. Actually when you sign two, you do it this way. 2 years after German U-boats sank the Lusitania, killing, to make the sign for kill, it's like a little gun, and you killing American citizens. So I'll do that again. In 1917, President Wilson asked Congress to enter World War I against the Central Powers 2 years after German U-boats sank the Lusitania, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble, Lusitania, killing American citizens. Good luck.
What are the first 4 elements in the periodic table? By number, element, symbol, and atomic mass. 1 hydrogen H, 1, 2 helium He4, 3 lithium Li7, 4 beryllium Be9. 1 hydrogen H, 1, 2 helium He4, 3 lithium Li7, 4 beryllium Be9.
This week we'll be learning about the different bays. The first one is Chesapeake Bay, and that's right over here on the east coast, followed by Hudson Bay, which is on the north side, then San Francisco Bay, which is in the west, Puget Sound, which is in the north west, and Pamlico Sound, which is in the east southeast. Okay, so now I ask and you point. Where is Pamlico Sound? Where is Puget Sound? Where is San Francisco Bay? Where is Hudson Bay? Where is Chesapeake Bay? Now I point and you tell me.
Here is our new song for this week. Oh, the Chesapeake Bay splits Maryland. the Hudson Bay in Canada, San Francisco Bay in California, the Puget Sound in Washington State, Pamlico Sound in North Carolina, Chimpanzee in period, Charlemagne crowned emperor of Europe, Alfred the Great of England, Eric the Red Leaf Erikson, Norse explorers, Vladimir the First of Kiev, Byzantine Emperor Basil the Second, 1000 AD, 1000 AD, East-West schism of the Church, Norman conquest and feudalism in Europe, the Crusades, Zimbabwe, and early Mali in Africa, Aztecs of Mesoamerica, Francis of Assisi, Thomas Aquinas, Japan shoguns, Incas of South America, Genghis Khan rules the Mongols, England's Magna Carta, Ottoman Empire, Marco Polo's journey to China, 100 Years' War and Black Death, the Renaissance, China's Ming Dynasty. Timeline, timeline, this is my timeline. Age of exploration, circa 1400 to circa 1600. Prince Henry founds School of Navigation, slave trade in Africa. Gutenberg's printing press, Shanghai in Africa. Tsar Ivan the Great of Russia, the Spanish Inquisition. Columbus sails to the Caribbean. 1500 AD, 1500 AD, age of absolute monarchs, circa 1500 to circa 1800. Protestant Reformation, Spanish conquistadors in the Americas, Calvin's Institute of the Christian Religion, Council of Trent, Baroque period of the arts, Japan's isolation, Jamestown and Plymouth colony founded. Age of Enlightenment, circa 1650 to circa 1800. Hudson's Bay Company, first great awakening, classical period of the arts, the 7 Years' War. Phew! Timeline, timeline, this is my timeline. Age of industry, circa 1760 to circa 1969. James Cook sails to Australia and Antarctica. American Revolution and General George Washington. Madison's Constitution and the Bill of Rights. French Revolution, the Second Great Awakening. Louisiana Purchase and Lewis and Clark Expedition.
This is week 16 of the timeline, and it starts out with Age of Industry. So with Age of Industry, you're going to make the sign for machine, which would be you interlock your fingers and kind of bounce it. Age of Industry, and it goes circa 1760 to circa 1969. It's really hard to sign all of that in the limited time that you're going to sing it. So we're just going to do circa 17. So this is like for 1700. Circa 1700 to circa 1900. So you would still say 1760 and 1969, but it's just to give you an idea.
Then it goes into James Cook sails to Australia and Antarctica. So you're gonna make the J sign, James Cook sails to Australia and Antarctica. Then you have the American Revolution. So you're gonna make 2 R's with both hands. Take the right one and flip it upside down, and you're going to go around it. So the American Revolution and General George Washington. So you're gonna make a G sign, and you're just going to stripe it down your shoulder like the stripes that a general would wear. Then you have Madison's Constitution. So you're gonna sign M for Madison, and then Constitution and the Bill of Rights. So you're just going to slide your hand up your left hand for Bill of Rights. Then you have French Revolution. So you're gonna make an F sign and flick it, French Revolution, just like we did Revolution before, but now it's for French instead of American. Then you have the Second Great Awakening. And then you have the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark Expedition. So you would just look like you're searching, and oh, I found it. So we'll go from the beginning. Age of Industry, 1760 to 1969. James Cook sails to Australia and Antarctica. The American Revolution and General George Washington. Madison's Constitution and the Bill of Rights. The French Revolution. The Second Great Awakening. Louisiana Purchase, and the Lewis and Clark Expedition.
Right,
Good
so
luck.
we have Trenton and Brianna here today to do this experiment called Bubbler. And so what we've used are scissors, a ruler, a drinking straw, dishwashing liquid, a saucer, half a cup of tap water, half a cup of white vinegar, Play-Doh, and bathroom tissue, and a soda bottle. So basically what I did already was I took the straw and I cut it into 4 inches. And then I took the Play-Doh and I wrapped it around so it'll fit nicely into this soda bottle. And then, so I cut the straw, I had to measure it to do that. I filled each cup, one with white vinegar, one with water. I made a dishwashing soap and water mixture there, and then I took a teaspoon of baking soda and I put it on this tissue. So to start, Trenton is going to take the cup of water and carefully put it into the soda bottle. And now you're going to take our lovely smelling white vinegar and put that in as well. Okay, and now we have the 1 teaspoon of baking soda here on this tissue, and Trenton's going to roll it up super tight.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Get it, put it on. What? What did you show?
There we go.
That's so cool. It popped. Another one. Go. Whoa!
Can I pop?
You gonna try?
Can I try? Can I try?
Norman Rockwell lived between 1895 and 1978. He is known and loved for his humorous paintings of everyday American life. He began his career as an illustrator of children's books in 1916, but soon went to work for the Saturday Evening Post, a popular magazine of his time. Rockwell painted more than 300 pictures for the cover of this magazine, and his work became a favorite in many households. This picture depicts a young boy in a doctor's office, carefully examining the framed medical school diploma on the wall, as if to be sure his doctor is really qualified to give him a shot. Thank you, Norman Rockwell, for showing us humor in art. That's a wrap. Psh, psh, psh.